AI Alchemy Hour starts now.
Last time I gave Nuno the wrong link, so he was just waiting around for an
Getting
hour.
carrier pigeons. 'Cause I thought I thought something happened to you. I was like getting overly nervous and worried.
Cool. What's up, everyone? Max, happy to have you here.
Hello, guys.
Rodrigo, Amy, great to see you. Okay. All right. So let's do a few things here. So Nuno, I want to go a little more step by step with our pickleball empire we're building in real time.
Awesome.
And just start knocking out certain things. And some of it we can do with AI, and some things we'll do manually, and we'll just go through as far as we can each time.
Absolutely.
And see where we get to on the other side. And then of course, as we find new tools and test new tools, we'll come up with cool stuff. And if we come across something interesting like the custom GPTs last time, then we can just go through that. What I really want to do is I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna keep it super basic. All right. So we did this last time, but all I did was just go in and say, hey, I want to build a pickleball company. Can you give me a step-by-step marketing plan? Okay.
Yep.
So it gave me the plan. And all I'm going to ask it for is I want to do it for info products. Okay. Reason being, I know how to sell info products better than ecom, and we can work on that later down the road.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we have our steps: market research and audience identification. We've already gone through some of the ways to do that. Brand and content strategy, we have some cool things there. Product development, building an online presence. So I want to stay in steps 1 through 5 and focus on creating just lead magnets. Okay, eventually we can convert those into paid stuff, but let's just start with some lead magnets to go with. So then I said, okay, well, number 1, we want to focus on the market research. Okay. So to do that, we're going to go through industry analysis, competitor analysis, product trends, tech developments, etc., surveys, questionnaires, and we'll just go through as closely as we can. Does that sound good with everyone? Cool. Last time we went through the customer scraper tool. Rodrigo, do you remember that one? The API tool. I might be making it up, who knows? But we'll start with that as a cool tool, and then we'll do a little bit of manual research, and then we can start from there. Any thoughts on that, Nuno?
So if we're gonna do like manual research, so again, we're gonna go into the info product space. So we totally just want to get some random ideas of which ones we want to do now. As far as like the industry analysis, the comparative analysis, and all that, you feel pretty comfortable in that, correct?
Yeah, I think we can.
Do we have an avatar created yet?
No, we probably should get one.
Yeah, so let's create an avatar next.
Okay.
So I would probably go to ChatGPT and try to create one there. And we can use an avatar framework, which I believe you might have something up your sleeve on that one, right?
I think we have a prompt just for that.
Exactly. So, and actually we want to share that prompt because, and again, think about like the order, right? We're doing the market research. We're finding out that we're going into the info product space, but now we really do need to create an avatar in order to get the right kind of wording on the page and so forth and so on. Because when we build our lead magnet, it's really going to be based off of copy. Whenever we design any kind of lead magnet page or funnel step, we always start with the funnel page because that's going to really dictate like what we do as far as like email copy and like the process. But more importantly, the copy will design the page. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it actually does. Meaning, where does the headline go? We're using bullets. Like, how are we going to develop a page? And we can also riff and like design and go at the same time. Hey, I think we need bullet points here. Hey, I think we need like benefits and features here, and then we can just go off of that. But that's all well and good, but if we don't have the right avatar in mind, it's going to send the wrong message right from the start. So I would actually suggest let's build the avatar out. and go from there. And then, just create a Google Doc that we can keep on sharing to do that.
Cool.
So
So
grab your avatar. Wonderful.
what I would honestly suggest is going through Perplexity or one of these tools. Actually, we can do ChatGPT too, because it does have search capability. What I want to find out before we use the build a buyer prompt is I want to find out, get specifics on the market and figure out what the different segments are and who we really want to market to, right? Because the build a buyer is great for a psychographic once you've identified it, but we want to identify like who do we even want to go after, right? So
yeah, so let's go to Perplexity because I believe Perplexity pushes on Bard.
let's go. Can you give me a breakdown of the pickleball market?
And I would put by segment.
By segment. Give me the different avatars. As you can see, I'm a prompt master. Just put et cetera on the end of everything. Okay, particularly popular among older adults, with more than 75% of core players being 55 and older. Players aged 18 to 34 make up the largest percentage of pickleball players at 28.8% nationwide.
Interesting.
This is pretty nice.
Yeah, so that's a good market to pitch to, which is interesting.
Okay. It's growing. Great.
LeBron James is endorsing pickleball. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, so based on this, I'm going to say let's target the sick. And honestly, let's use the same thing. Let's run it in chat as well. Because Nuno, like you said, I always like to do both.
Yeah, I honestly, I would also pull up Bard and see what Bard kind of gives you. Because Bard is just more statistically usually a little bit more accurate, and it tends to pull statistics first. And has our pickleball apparel stuff in there.
It's ready to go.
There we go. Well, that's interesting. So baby boomers, no. So go back for a second. Baby boomers is a very, I like that it broke it down by market avatars right here. This is actually pretty strong. Baby boomers is probably going to be the easiest to go after because there is a lot of jargon / material that you can pull to the baby boomer market. Probably more so, well, Gen Xers too, probably some more so than millennials and Gen Z. So I would probably focus on that, considering it's the largest demographic, and that is a significant kind of avatar that I think we can do a lot of cool things with.
Okay. So let's see if there's any more interesting information, and then we'll run the build a buyer on these ones. So 20%. Okay. Sorry, Jaime, I muted you. Nice. Some senior pickleball drills.
That's pretty awesome. That's going to be good info.
And
That's going to
what do
be
you
good
think
info
about
product that we can probably pull from to generate good lead magnets that can start into like not only a really cool thing that I'll introduce to you guys is where you start making a lead magnet, also a resource where you can click on things and it goes to like YouTube videos and other media, which it kind of acts like almost a link kind of tree where, for instance, we offer a guide and our guide is like the checklist on how to set up Go High Level. But in that checklist, each link is our YouTube video, which helps the YouTube algorithm and all that. So each step has a YouTube video along, and that has like, that's how we're feeding the beast overall. And in that, we also have pushes for booking a call and our course and so forth and so on. So when we build a lead magnet, that is going to go into the strategy that we might want to either resource some kind of video that's already out there, but just keeping traffic consistently moving is a good advantageous way to even do any info product to be overly like nice.
Cool. What do you think about targeting for this market?
I think 55 plus, I think the 55 age group, I think the 55 and above, I think the baby boomers specifically, and I think drills, prevent injuries. You like what is the older crowd is doing it to keep exercise and fit, right? And some of them will get a little competitive, but it's a saying, it's just they're just going out there to more of a community sport than it being like a competitive nature kind of thing. So I mean, there's so many things you can do with like old TV shows and matching them up with like baby boomer shows. I mean, there is literally, you can go bananas with that.
Yeah.
There's so many sayings from them, everything from like the A Team all the way to like Knight Rider, and like, you know, I mean, you literally can go bananas with some of these things and have a lot of fun with it.
Okay. My other question is, do you think that if you're doing a course, let's say it's a online course or instructional course, that is going to appeal to that market?
I think it does. If you do like primarily ages 40 plus, exactly. Yeah. So funny enough, like I said before, I don't know if you said it, Luke, or if I stumbled upon this, they're like taking down basketball courts to build pickleball courts.
Yes.
Like intensely, like a lot. But to go back to your questions, yeah, but it's gonna be something of like improvement of game along with preventing of injuries and how to probably, you know, like compete with your friend, like not so much in targeting the competitive nature of it, but more the community spirit of it, right? So how to form your own pickleball group, you know, like, or how to mount up, you know, like how to, you know, have your partner improve his game, you know what I'm saying? Like something stupid like that, where it's like, it's going to be in that whole entire aspect of it. So we'll play. I think we got to play in that realm.
Okay.
So things just older generation, right? Like keeping fit, community sport, doing it because they want to like that's where they want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not because they're like, you know, it's a competition and it's like, you know, they have to make the game or else they're going to lose the world championship here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, Mary's playing today. Let me go over there and like I want to play with Mary today. Let's go play.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, one thing too is that these for everyone here on these calls, we'll do some magic fun AI stuff too. And I'm trying to go back and forth with these calls to like show you like fun magic tools because those are always cool. I feel like they're a lot more valuable if you can see the entire process beginning to end versus just showing magic. But we'll go back and forth. So you guys give us feedback here. I know that this is a little slower and it's more like Nuno and I talking, but this is the most important stuff to nail down, because once we nail down this stuff, doing the assets and creating the fun videos becomes pretty cool. So if this is boring, apologize, but I want to do something a little bit different. You know, I feel like trying to build this live is cool. So we'll work through that. Max says, I think one of the best parts is you can combine a lot of levels, skill levels with other sports. Nice. And it's more socials. Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing is just, you know, from a marketing perspective, is you always want to think about, I think Hormozy talks about this a lot too. It's one of the basics that gets skipped. which is when you're choosing a market, you always want to focus on, is the market growing? One, because if the market's not growing, you don't want to be in that market. You're just fighting against the tide. Good marketers know how to make it easy on themselves, right? And
Yeah, don't pick a
marketers
non-growing market.
don't pick a
110%.
non-growing market.
Biggest mistake ever.
Yeah, and it's easy to do because it's so common, right? People get attached to an idea. But think about it, is it a growing market? Yes, it is. Absolutely. The next thing that you want to think about is, does the market have money? Right? You're looking at baby boomers, you're looking at, it's a high income, so that check is there. The last thing you want to make sure is, can you reach these people? Can you target them? Can you find them? And marketing is getting crazy. There's always ways to reach people and find people, but I think it's definitely possible to target them. So we've hit all three of those boxes. So I think it's pretty cool. The only last question I have is, when we're making info products like a lead magnet or a course, is finding what the bleeding neck problem is. Finding what the bleeding neck problem is. You can definitely sell information that doesn't have a bleeding neck problem, but it's going to be hard, right? So you want to figure out what is the driving thing, right? Selling apparel or selling e-com is different. That's brand association. But if we're trying to sell, a bleeding neck problem is like, if your neck is bleeding, you're going to fix it. That's all you're focusing on. Okay. And again, people make this mistake, indirect response, especially when you're not talking about taking like a typical branding approach. You need there to be that problem, that need. Okay. And you can create it in the market, or you can just identify it. But urgent, got to solve it now is better. Right. So I'm going to kind of, Nuno, you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. You're getting my brain twirling now. What would be their bleeding neck problem? Like
that's where I'm with. So let's say, and let's just go with it. This is really how I interact with ChatGPT. So
yeah,
I use
you
prompts
go
all
back
the
and forth
time,
with it. That's what I do.
but you
Yeah,
have to go
I
back
keep
and
asking
forth.
questions. Well, what about this and what about that? And then
I'll tell you today. I did a podcast today, and this is a nice little nugget. It was with Alex Berman, who did our cold email masterclass, and he sold about 6 different SaaS companies. And we're going to create a little workflow. Max is gonna help us with this, creating a little infographic for everyone. But he literally built the SaaS that he has now for about $2,500, and he built the entire SaaS. And right now the MRR is very low; it's about $1,000, but they're just getting started, right? And the crazy thing with SaaS is, the multiples. He says that the multiples, you're always making 36 times your dollar. So if you're earning $1,000 a month, you can sell it for 36,000, right? Every dollar that you make in SaaS is worth 33 to 5 times as much. So all he did was he literally went into ChatGPT and he says, I want to create a SaaS product called Galadon.io. And he says, I want to create a SaaS product that allows people to integrate AI into their website. Okay, well, apparently he fucked it up. That's what happens when you spend $2,500. Hold on.
happens all the time.
How funny is that? Wow. Okay. Amazing.
406. I don't even know what that is.
I have no idea. What a horrible ending to the story. Regardless, I don't even know if I can finish it.
But here, let me finish how tragic that story can get. So I'm in the middle of creating. I think I shared with you, Luke. Like we are creating a newsletter, an AI newsletter, but we're trying to bring in brand voice and persona and copying it from the individual. And we're actually have a program where it pulls that out of you. So it actually writes better than you and creates a you version so you can do it. Problem that we're running into is that in order to get something that's viable to the market, it requires a lot more features. So your cost starts creeping up. Getting into the SaaS software game, man, is tough. Bringing in your voice, meaning everything in ChatGPT, you have to feed your voice. You have to kind of give it constant examples, and it does forget. The goal of what we're trying to do is once it stores it forever using something called, I can't even, a vector memory. And that's where we're trying to take a different approach to it. But that's something that when you get into the SaaS, it's when the second you hit the monthly reoccurring and it's already covering the cost of the maintenance, you're already in the positive. You're well on your way. Yeah.
Very powerful. And, obviously it's not working now, but his story was he literally went into ChatGPT and he said, here's my idea. I want a website or an app that allows you to install AI into your websites. And he keeps it very simple. He says, one sticky feature. That's it, just one feature. And then he had ChatGPT give him all the pages, everything. He went back and forth with it, and he created the whole mock-up for the app, the way it works and some of the way the code gets designed, whatever. Then he says he sent it to someone on Fiverr, and for a few dollars, they created the entire design. So he knows exactly what it looks like, right? The interface, everything. Then he went into Upwork and he started looking for developers. And he said he got offers everywhere from $1,200 to $26,000 to build the app. And he said, I have no idea about any of this coding stuff. So all he did was he took their profiles, put it into ChatGPT and says, I'm interviewing these people. What are some questions I can ask to vet them? They gave him a bunch of questions. He asked them and he went back and forth, asking them questions and asking ChatGPT. Eventually, he narrowed it down to 2 people. He took their profiles and he was like, these are their different skills. Which one should I hire? And it was like, well, you need to hire this one. So then he hired his developer for about $2,600. And then he built the whole app, right? So the app got built, he did it all. I'm like, that's really, really powerful. One feature type SaaS that you can build. So I don't know. I found that whole thing like really, really cool.
Amazing.
And it's only getting easier and easier to do these things, right? And so the marketing becomes key, because if you can identify the problems that people have and figure out how to build them, it's like really, really powerful. So anyway, I wanted to share that. But let's go into and that podcast will be out pretty soon. I found it really, really good. Okay, so you want to target an older demographic and create an info, product, or course that helps them with pickleball.
Can you put we're specifically targeting baby boomers? I'm just telling you, the reason being is you got to remember the way that ChatGPT was created based on knowledge blocks, and there is significant knowledge blocks on certain segments of like the world, baby boomers, Gen X, all that. So that's why I said when I saw that label, I'm like, no, that's a really, really, really good label, because then that will allow us to. It's just going to be able to. Remember, all that ChatGPT does is predict the next word. There's so much wording and like examples on these different different generations, and in that kind of thing that we should be able to pull based on that. Oh, good. I was going to say you got to identify what bleeding neck is, because I like it. That was the first time I've ever heard it.
I'll also show you. I'll show you guys how to build a little the little custom GPT thing I did that will generate news stories for you that you can turn into emails. It's a really simple process. I don't want to give it all away, but I'll show you some of it too.
Well, you know what? Let's dedicate one solely for that, though, Luke, because I want to create one strictly for pickleball. Like once we get a lot of this information, because what we can do is we're going to take all of this that you collect and we're going to feed it as parameters inside the custom GTP and literally be a public GTP that everybody here can use for pickleball.
Awesome.
Like that will be one of the bonus features, by the way.
One amazing another thing, because I also want to give some magic to people. One thing that I learned from Molly Mahoney is she built a custom GPT that acts as like a lead magnet.
Yeah.
So the way that it works is when you go on her Facebook, let me actually do it right now to show you. Not to get distracted, but I do.
Well, no, but that's what I was saying though. That well, you know, because I don't know if you know, but Molly's one of our clients. So
nice.
But yeah, but that's what we wanted to do. Like one of the lead magnets, one of the bonus items can be have access to our personalized pickleball bot, and then you can go completely from there. So
so this is Molly's personal page, right? And her pinned post is this one. Okay, where she built the Molly's Magic Marketing Map, Strategic Social Sales. And so she uploaded a lot of her knowledge base. It has 707 comments. 707 comments. It's crazy. And so, and she responds to all of them. She's here, done. But what's really cool.
That's a little bit of a bot. So
yeah.
We'll show you how to make those too.
Nice. I didn't know she was your client. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we were in the same
Um,
group. I'm like, Molly, we're in the same group. She's like, no, we're not. I'm like, yeah, we're in the same group, Molly. And I was
That's
telling her about
nice.
like how we're doing the other stuff. So it was just funny. It was a funny,
Okay.
very funny interaction. She's awesome.
How do I actually find this link? Am I that dumb?
But the long story short of it, yes. And here's the cool part of it too.
Yes, I am
You
dumb.
guys can create these things, these custom GTP bots, and you can sell them eventually, because the way it's going to work is make believe you start sending out a lead magnet on like how to improve your stroke or whatever it is. You can have it in as a bonus that they can immediately access this spot. Well, guess what? If they don't have chat GTP and they sign up for the 20 whatever it is, what it will do is it will basically anybody that buys chat GTP off of you earn a commission from chat GTP. So how cool is that?
Very powerful. Okay. Wow, her funnel is really good. Okay. Regardless, when you actually get to her custom GPT, I believe it has an instruction when you enter it where it'll give you answers, and at the end of it, it'll say there's no substitute for live training, etc. So if you're interested more, and then it points you to a link. So what an amazing lead magnet, right?
We're
The
gonna
same
teach
way
you how to
that
do this stuff. That's what I'm saying. Let's save the
okay.
chat GTP to like let's get the avatar information. Let's get all this information, because all this information is what we want to feed into the parameters inside of that. And I'll also introduce you guys to chat GTP actions. That gets a little bit more advanced, so that's exciting. That's when you can connect Zapier to everything.
Nice. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Preventing and managing joint pain, pickleball strategies for slower reflexes. Amy, watch your mouth. 3, staying hydrated and avoiding heat exhaustion, building stamina for longer games, eye health, nutrition, pickleball footwear.
Pickleball footwear will be a really good one. Pickleball and mental, like mastering pickleball serve with limited mobility. That's amazing.
That one is pretty good.
Because now you start getting into the realm of affiliate sales of like elbow joint thingies.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. Those products are going to be fire. So it's probably going to be
injury related. Like I knew it. See, this is what I was looking. I was looking for the same thing. So I think the stamina, I think the strategy for slower reflexes, I think safe stretching, warm-up routines, longer game stamina, and then how to deal with chronic injuries and you can keep your game on using proper equipment, and now we can get into the affiliate kind of referral, and that you could start today. Like for instance, if we were going to do this today, and let's make believe in that lead magnet, we talk about all the exercise it can do, but then we have a section of all the preferred equipment based on our experience. There's probably about 5 different things we can definitely create, like an affiliate Amazon like account, go directly there, and then have a small description off of that Amazon account and literally in that lead magnet. Now you're making affiliate sales on a free lead magnet. So and you could put it inside of the lead magnet you create. Now the lead magnet will probably cost us about $50, and we're just going to give it off to Fiverr because we can design it, but that's going to just take long and take away from our like time, and nobody's worth $50 here. Everybody's worth more than that an hour. So the way to think about it is like, is my time worth creating that item or that subject? And it probably won't be. So we'll probably hand it off to Fiverr with a bunch of guidelines of what we want. We'll write all the material. And oh, by the way, recommend these 5 products. Here are the images, here are the little things. And that becomes like the thing afterwards. And probably here, I would say, because community is so big, I would probably make it a very big effort to creating some kind of either Facebook community, or if we use high level community, because here people are going to want to pick up game. They're going to want to do all things. No joke. This is actually a really cool thing about communities, older staff. So my mother is 7 years old. And the other day I made fun of her because she, my dad passed like many moons ago, but like a guy picked her up, and I'm like, oh, who's the new boyfriend kind of thing. But apparently there's a community of people that have come together in this area that they all hang out, all these seniors, and they found themselves through Facebook. So this immediately like comes to mind as like, we need to create a community where we can house all these people that we can consistently keep pitching to and getting to them to interact, and then start calling out, hey, who's in this area for a pickup game kind of thing. Having signups for that and everything else, and creating some kind of format. So yeah, now my brain is rolling on this because thinking all community, you have all this. I think it'll be really, really cool for us to do something like that.
Powerful, powerful. Nuno's gonna yell at me again for getting off track, but what I want to do is I want to look at, because this is good, right? The injury stuff is powerful. My thing is, you know, as info products, it's going to be really, really good. So I think that's a good bleeding neck problem. I also kind of want to go and look at Amazon and see what books are already kind of selling, right? For instance, this one, Pain-Free Pickleball. Pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, we could definitely go down that trend. So let's just start with our first one and then go from there. The fact that somebody's made this many books about this is hilarious.
It's amazing. Okay, I also think the pickleball beginner one is good, but let's do a pain-free one. I'm going to do some quick qualitative stuff, and then we can use, you know, different scrapers, whatever. I'm sure, Nuno, you have some processes for that. I have one tool I like.
Buyer personas, just so everybody go, is the main focus of this one, though. So we definitely want to get the buyer persona because that's what's going to feed everything, and that's what we want to make sure.
So let's do this. So this is the build a buyer that we have, which is good. And Nuno, do you have another avatar?
No. And the reason being is let's stick to one. I actually had some really good coaching on like you know, we're heavily into YouTube, or at least we're trying to. And my coach, he goes that anything on the internet works with a very significant algorithm. And guys, pay attention to this because this is literally probably the biggest gold nugget I can drop for you. The way these algorithms work inside of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is all about relevancy and consistency. Meaning, if I'm producing a YouTube video every week on high level, I will rank for high level based on the quality of the content and how relevant it is to high level. If I go from high level and I'm now targeting how to make money in like tennis, I will confuse the algorithm and it won't happen. Ever since we started working with this guy and we started really narrowing down just in high level, we're growing about anywhere from like, we went from growing about 150 subscribers a month to 320 a month.
Nice.
And now we're going like 5 to 10 a day. So reason being is I'm not confusing the algorithm. So when it comes to marketing, the less choice we give even prompts in this, the better results we're going to have as far as really nailing down like the avatar, the pitch, the funnel page, the lead magnet, everything else. So staying very particular to baby boomers and this age group and focusing on the community, the injury and all that, you can definitely reserve a little part of the web for yourself by letting the algorithm eventually pick all this up. So for instance, if I was going to start a page and I started doing lead magnets, one on joint relief for pickleball, the other one on back pain for the pickleball, I'm going to corner injuries and pickleball inside the algorithms. If we go for organic of any sort, or if I go for any kind of like TikToks or anything else, if I now just start producing TikToks and it's like, hey, when you're doing your swing and it's just a picture of a swing going like, don't do this, do this instead. And I have a video doing that. And I focus like a video on proper technique and how to free from injury. And I just keep it there. Eventually the algorithm will start showing it to people that are willing to click on. So just think about that. If you guys are going into a space, conquer the small space first before you expand to the bigger space. Does that make sense, Luke?
No, that makes sense. My question is, do you have a different like avatar framework that you like to use?
I actually have been stealing yours.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Well, this one in general, I think it's phenomenal. We have another one, but it's based off of, again, like we did an Excel spreadsheet. It's the old one we used to use. And then I'll actually share with you. I shared it with the group, Primal Branding. Somebody introduced me to Primal Branding. I don't know if you ever read the book, but it's got a series of criteria that will help define the brand based on the avatar. and on your stuff,
Interesting.
which is pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I'll share that with everybody here. We
That's
use it
very
as a
powerful.
prompt. I think I gave it to Jojo and a couple people here in the group in the other call.
Primal branding.
Yeah, primal branding. Yeah.
Nice. I like that name.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. They reference pagans and it's pretty wild.
Nice.
They do a good job of like primal branding does a really good job of getting primal in their branding.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I get
Which
exactly.
ironically worked.
It worked. Okay. I think it keeps cutting off, but this seems pretty good. It got the majority of it, although it cut off a little bit. So we have John or Joan Doe, active or wishing to be active, core problems they face, emotions and fears.
It's amazing.
Good. I think this is really powerful. The one thing I'm going to go through this process real quick, Nuno, because it is related to the avatar, and I think it's powerful. Do you use any sort of like scraper tool?
We don't use scrapers now. Ever since the ChatGPT and stuff, we've like gone away from doing it.
Okay. I'm just going to do it with these two books here. It'll only take a minute, I think. Hopefully I still got some free credits. The reason being is like, I love this. Like, this is very accurate, right? But I love to get, marketing is in the details, and I want to like just make sure I understand the market like well. And so this is a great prediction, and it's probably like 95% of the way there. But if I can add a little bit of layer of stuff pulled directly from what the market is saying, I'm going to feel even more confident with it, right? And so the best way to do it is always look at, I love reading people's reviews, because you'll find what's in the gap for people, right? Like, what do people not like, etc. And there's always a book about every topic imaginable. So if you go into this website, and we're just going to put these two books, we'll be able to pull all the reviews. Okay, I'm going to rent it. Never mind, I'm not going to. You can do it for free. I think I showed you on the last one. And what you can do then is you can throw it into Claude or ChatGPT. Honestly, I find Claude does better for chatting with the data. Context window is better, and it has better retrieval in the middle of the data. And
I actually got limited today on Claude. I used it so much that it says you only have like 4 on the paid version. You only have like 4 version like tries left.
Yeah, interesting.
Blocked me for like 4 hours.
I'll just show you guys. I think I showed this last time, but I'll try to figure it out. But if you just put the data in there, all I did was extract the comments. Now you can just go and chat with it, right? Like you can say, here's my assessment, identity, values, beliefs that they have. So this is really, really powerful if you combine it with the Build-A-Buyer here. Because what you can do is you can put the Build-A-Buyer in, and now you can chat with it and say, like, fill this out for me based on the reviews that you have, right? Or add in these beliefs, or is there anything that's incongruent between the two of these? And then you can really create a powerful Build-A-Buyer that you can use to, season the AI and use it to build your custom GPTs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll show how to do that in a little bit once I pay for this thing. But okay, so we have our buyer profile. What is next, Mr. Nuno?
So buyer profile, right? We have our key avatar. We have all the statistics that we need. We honestly just now need to, based on this buyer persona, we are creating a free lead magnet to get people into our community and also introduce them to our brand. What would be the best statistical, like what would be the best statistically successful lead magnet off of this?
Okay.
And again, I would probably leverage Bard and this. I would run both at the same time to see. input the buyer persona that you just received along with. Yeah. There we go. You got to remind Bard is not as good as memory as some of the other programs. I would say I'm creating a lead magnet for the following buyer persona for a pickleball lead magnet. We are looking for the best recommendations. Let's add one thing here that I always like to add, because sometimes it does activate it. We are looking for the lead magnet recommendations that will have the most statistical success. Ever since I add statistical, for some odd reason, it either thinks I'm smarter than it does, or it tries to prove it harder. I don't know why. It's sometimes better.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like,
it's like, what is this?
All right, submit. I'm gonna pop it
I
over
thought I
here.
saw a graph. I'm gonna be so excited. I'm like, see it.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, free guides. Top 5 secrets to play pickleball pain-free. Ultimate guide to pain-free pickleball for baby boomers. Pickleball pain solution. Identify and overcome your specific discomfort. 3 pain relieving stretches for pickleball players.
I like that one right there. Pickleball player, less pain. Optimize your swing for pain-free play. That's solid right there.
You like this one?
Yeah, I love that one.
I really like this one.
Yeah, pain relief, absolutely. I think
The
those
reason I
two.
like it is because it's like if you look at like all the big pain offers or like back pain offers, it's all this one stretch releases back pain, right? Or one, like they love that. So if you say like these 3 stretches or one stretch that you can do that will like make sure you don't have pain, people are going to eat that up all day.
I like the bottom one because it says optimize your swing for pain-free play. So I mean, it's focusing on improving your game while also at the same time being pain-free when you do it. So to me, that's what's ringing in my ear.
Okay, so can we do both or no?
Yeah,
let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. Actually, let's let you guys decide. Which one do you like? Do you like?
There's a vote thing here.
Yeah, there is a vote thing. Hold on. Let's get the let's get the vote. JoJo's on Team Nuno.
Screw your stretches.
How do you do a poll?
I was looking for it. Isn't it apps? I was getting emotional.
It's so funny. Nuno, automations expert. Where's the poll on Zoom?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently they moved it. It used to be like.
It did used to be easier to find.
It is. They made it all advanced to the point that you can't find it. How about please? All right. Well, screw that. I guess we're not having a poll today. You're on your own.
Okay. I just downloaded an app. Never mind. It's making me
God, that's gonna just make it so much horrible.
Okay, just put one, or sorry, put one for Nuno or for me. Put 1 for me and 2 for Nuno.
I feel like this is high school. I'm about to like my gut is saying number 1. Man. Your gut could be wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
And 2, 1, Nuno. All right, it's literally split, so we're gonna flip a coin.
Rodrigo, I think it was the deciding factor. I think 2's have it.
Coin flipper. All right, you want heads or tails? Call it.
Is that AI driven?
Heads or tails?
I don't know. Heads. We'll do heads. Damn, off of a coin flip. That's 2 out of 3. No, I'm just kidding. Go. All right. So we'll do yours. Go ahead.
Okay. Are you okay with that?
No, I'm gonna cry a little bit later on, but that's okay. The one that I do, if you scroll down a little bit, pain-free pickleball gear checklist, that is definitely a go. Because that's gonna be the affiliate possible moneymaker. Oh, and they have natural remedies and solutions. Might be another good one too.
Everyone who's on these calls, you're getting equity in the company. Okay. This is your retirement strategy. Okay.
It's gonna be my retirement strategy.
The goal is to make this so good that I quit CA and just become pickleball. These are
There's
really
a
good.
pickleball pillow. See, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, gotta
Yeah,
get in
these-
this quick.
This is fire. Okay, so next step. Now we have lead magnet ideas. I'm saying we go with the pain relieving stretches.
Yep.
And we might even make it 1 or 2 stretches, but we can go 3. 3 is as much as I want to go.
Man, if there's any doctors, we can even get a doctor to record those videos. This is the pain-free Dr. G&G, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, actually, yeah, we can do that. Upwork is great. Upwork is great. And we can clone them, hey, Jen.
Holy smokes. Yeah. Well, I think with movement, it might be a little difficult because you would want to have them show the movement. But anyway, all right, we'll get to that.
Sure. Okay.
We put the checklist, right? Okay, cool.
We put the checklist. Okay, so now we want to make this yeah, it's a good idea, Rodrigo.
I mean, there's nothing really stopping you.
Too bad you're selling pools.
You know, you sell rackets on the on the back end. It'd be your part-time gig.
Okay. All right. So now we're doing the stretches. We want to make the lead magnet, right?
Yeah, I actually let's actually start with pain-free pickleball checklist. Because I think that that's actually going to be the easiest one to write.
Okay.
And actually, if you go to Bard, because Bard will search Amazon, go in there and just type in, give me 10 products to help relieve injuries that are caused in pickleball. Because it will actually give you the Amazon link. So then we'll have a good foam rollers, man.
Shaped like pickle. That's actually getting a little weird, but please give me
The Amazon links.
Yeah.
Because Amazon will have the descriptions that we can leverage inside of whatever. Well, we could just look it up on Amazon and then go through. We might not be able to. Well, we don't want Walmart. Actually, believe it or not, do you know Walmart now has an affiliate program and it's pretty severe? It's like competing with like Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Head to head. Yeah, head to head already. Right. Yeah, I know. It's getting pretty intense.
Jaime, yes, it is. It will get uploaded.
Man, we should sell this for like thousands of dollars. This is like some legit like golden nugget stuff.
It's kind of fun. That's why I don't want to promote it too much. I
Yeah.
want to just make it dope.
I like that. So if you type in, we could just go to Amazon and we can type in and it's going to give us a crap ton. Can't curse. A crap ton of,
No, you can curse.
No, I'm like, my kids are like watching.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
They're like collecting money like it's a holiday.
Oh, my bad.
It's like they're charged at this point.
Okay, so we're gonna just find it for each of these, right?
Yeah, I would say each of these. I would probably say the ones that we think are going to be probably compression sleeves for 100%. I think are going to be a real big win. Yeah, like those elbow ones. That's going to be amazing. And we're going to want to do the ones with the affiliate review. Now, I don't know if it's changed, but anybody can create an affiliate, Amazon affiliate. But I'll tell you kind of the secret rule. When you guys create like an affiliate membership for Amazon, make sure you get like 4 or 5 family members, send them like $20 and have them buy any of your Amazon links. Get about 6 of them. That's the way we did it. And then it'll keep you active. And if they question, blah, 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 then just send your family $100 again and have them buy like, a little bit of things, anything, just so then they use your Amazon links just to keep it active. So you can get these up pretty quickly. That's what I'm saying. So, so I would take in here and guess what? If you click on, not calf, I would probably say elbow sleeves, like the shorter ones are probably going to be better. Like I'm just imagining like my mom putting one of these things on, she would probably like have a heart attack. Like she wants something a little easier. Like that bicep sleeve, man, look at that guy's biceps. I want biceps like that.
These are
If I
it?
click on that one, yeah, click on that one. The description, usually, come on, don't let me down. There it is, about this item. And then instead of saying elbow tennis relief, it's going to be pickleball tennis elbow relief. You know what I'm saying? So you can go pretty good with this. And I usually just go with the one with the biggest reviews, because the one with the most reviews usually is backed by Amazon and will show more often. So if you become an Amazon and you use that as the affiliate link, little secret there, use those, because those are the ones that are going to be viewed more often, and then you can just collect more. So it'll be like $2 a sale. It's not going to be much, but it doesn't matter. It's passive income that you don't have to think about, that actually can fund your obsession here.
Cool. So we like this one.
Yeah. The hand gloves too, the gloves, because you can look cool and you can fix your hands at the same time. 6-year-old with gloves, like biker gloves, you know.
Okay, so what else do we need? Compression sleeve. We need heat and ice wrap.
Yeah, I think that the knees, elbows and
Knees.
knees are always tough. Or braces. I would do knee braces and knee sleeves. And that one that has 55,000, yeah, that's the one I would go with.
What about a back brace?
Back brace is going to limit mobility. I'm just thinking out loud, and you guys can correct me. I'm thinking of the common things that will sell faster. Like it's going to be a no-brainer. Oh yeah, I need that sleeve. Oh yeah, I need that. You know, like you want quick, like knee jerk, like I want to get it now, that is super low key, like low money. It's for the joints. Yeah, older people it's always joints. Like I'm getting like I'm getting up there. For me, it's always joints. It's not so much like the back is there, but if I want to play sports, yeah, it's always joints.
Okay, what other one do we like?
The foam roller, probably. Definitely the foot inserts and the ankle supports. We'll do like 5. No, these things sell like, look at 34,000. It's 103. That thing costs like 2 cents to make, and it's selling for $21.99.
Yeah. Which one do we like? This orange one?
I don't know. That other one with the massage ball and everything else, you get the 5-in-1. Look at that thing. Why is that not selling? Yeah, we like the orange one. Go with the orange one. They even come in a pack. That's amazing.
Okay, we said foam roller. What else do we say?
The ankle bracelets, the ankle sleeves, and then I say the hands, but I guess the ice packs and the heat pads and all that. Probably to switch it up a little bit.
You said the foot one?
I think actually the well, the wrist, I would say probably now let's switch it up a little bit. I don't know if the topical relief or the heat pads. Because to the point of whoever said back before,
Like a heat pad could be good.
like a heat pack at night would probably be like after I play the sport, then I want to go into recovery. So,
I kind of want to put something a little bit surprising, you know, like 1 or 2 things that's like when you come and you get a checklist, you're like, okay, like you're surprised, right?
like Red Bull.
Yeah.
Give all the
Something
old timers
crazy.
like,
No, but like I want to add a little
the electrical therapy device is no joke. Maybe that's pretty random though.
but I mean like I want to put a supplement in there that's a little bit surprising. Like
DBD, Chris N. It's not bad.
There's a joint roller. I've seen those on if we're talking about joints, and it's a non-stick joint roller. Those are kind of cool.
Now, joint like smoking a joint or joint roller like
For old people joints.
They'll
think,
do both for
Oh,
sure.
whoa, that was intense.
Okay, anyways.
But
I
look,
think-
right next to the joint rollers that I talked about.
Let's see.
Massage gun. Now you're getting crazy.
Hold on. Oh, massage gun is actually really good. I think it's a little expensive.
Well, remember our demographics 100K plus.
Yeah, but and you can because I think if you can show them,
What's a vibe plate? Oh, Tiger Balm. I used to live on Tiger Balm.
if you can show them, teach them something a
Tiger
little
Balm,
bit.
come on.
You know, I want something a little different. You know, like
Well, but if you go back up, it's telling you what glucosamine or whatever is the thing that helps with joints. Keep
yeah,
going down. Yeah,
glucosamine.
yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to find something that has a little bit of a. All right, we'll stick with it. Because I want something that they look at it and they're like, oh shit, I didn't know that, right? Like, give them a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit
it
of.
helps with inflammatory response because usually anything like again when you're older, it's all about inflammatory and joints. Everything's either swollen or it hurts. Like it's like just like very minimal choices in pain. It's like usually those two things.
Okay, we'll come back to it. This is great. When we get down to writing some supplement copy, that's it. I'm happy. I'm ready to go. I haven't written supplement copy in a little bit, so.
But how cool is it? But that you see why I wanted to go after this one first, because not only can you have the fun stuff, but you're like, you can actually now that I'm even thinking of it, let's not stop here. This is your pain-free pickleball checklist. We can now also get into fun gear of like apparel / pickleball rackets, and so forth and so on, and why you need it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we can even look up pickleball racket for older people or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, it's all about the handle.
Yeah. So special, yeah. So senior. Yeah, look at that. Graphite surface, some bull crap that they tell you that really,
longer handle, comfort grip.
oh my God. They literally, this is ridiculous. You could play with a ping pong racket. Like that's how like, ridiculous this game is, right? And they made it. That's insane. But we could say that in what kind can we go on Bard and ask what kind of pickleball racket
Yeah,
for
I was gonna do the exact same thing. Yeah, what kind of pickleball rackets for
that's solid.
People are less mobile, yeah, limited mobility.
that's a good one next.
Yeah, that's really good, Max.
So lighter rackets, smaller grip, vibration absorption. This is good.
Great. Look, it even gives you one suggestion.
Okay, we like this one, right?
Yeah.
Is it real? Let's see. Does Bard hallucinate a lot?
Not typically. It actually does go. It's probably a brand. Oh, it's right there. Look, Sandstone. And what did it say? Graphite handle.
Lightweight, wide body design, cushioned grip,
4.5.
larger handle size, whatever. Okay, works for me. You're muted.
I said I would also go sneaker. Sneakers for pickleball players. For pickleball players, again, same thing. who are seniors and have limited mobility.
Perfect. It's kind of pricey, isn't it? That's okay.
I mean, no, I have Brooks. That's all I wear. So,
Really?
yeah, I mean, it's just a really good shoe for people that have all kinds of problems.
Okay, nice.
And we do women's and men's, so we would put women's and then we would put men's. And last would just be apparel, like best apparel for indoor and outdoor play.
Max, do you have a link for that?
Yeah, that grip was pretty badass.
Yeah.
And I guarantee there's probably going to be other things like that.
I like that because that's like new. You know what I mean? That gives people a little dopamine rush because they're like, oh shit, I didn't even know that existed. Right? Look at Max sending me his affiliate link. Always hustling. Okay. Pickleball picker. Olga, I might share it. I might. I like to tease, until JoJo unmutes herself and yells at me. Okay, do we feel good with this to start?
The only thing I would say is apparel, like not sweats, but like shorts and player gear.
Do you
And
want to
again,
ask?
it's still focus on that baby boomer. I would now go by baby boomers, because apparel again does a lot of play with with like those marketing segments.
We gotta be wicking clothes. You forgot that.
Oh, see, I didn't even think of sunglasses either.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Like we are gonna make a racket out of this. No pun intended. Look at this nonsense. Can you imagine? All I imagine is like some 65-year-old coming into the racquetball court with like his elbow braces, his sunglasses, or his Trek glasses with like Brooks and like what do you call it? One of those headbands to catch the sweat. This would be awesome. That's a shirt right there waiting to making. I'm ready for pickleball.
The thing is, he'll be 20 pound overweight. He can hardly move, but he'll be just
But that's all right.
nice. That's the
It's a
thing.
thought, it's the what's
Fat as
that,
anything.
that
Can't
positive
even
intent.
bend over.
This is amazing. That's mostly women's, I guess. Champion double drive for pickleball sports. Type in pickleball clothes.
Ball.
There
What
was
did I
one for
tell you? I
women
knew
over
the
50.
sweatpants are gonna be there. That's amazing.
See, there's
We
not a
need
lot
the
actually. This is
sweatpants
pretty
going.
good.
That's amazing.
There's really nothing.
Look, somebody's already hitting the apparel game, man, and they're doing it straight through Amazon. Amazon also, for our knowledge, has a t-shirt design area where, again, if you become a seller in here, you come up with the ideas and they'll settle it on your behalf. They take a very large commission though. You make like $3 a shirt, but it's Amazon. You sell more $3 shirts than anybody else.
Not cotton. Not cotton. They should all be wicking.
I don't even know what that is. What is Wiccan? It's like
Yeah.
Wicking means the sweat moves through it.
Moisture
Sweat,
wicking,
sweat passes through it.
Like-
Thank you.
I think this is
like
wicking,
merino
isn't it?
wool type stuff, not cotton or
You-
synthetics.
Oh man, I use cotton all day long at the gym. I guess it's bad me, huh? Bad on me.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no. Then it's soaking wet. You have to have the moisture.
And
Moisture
then
wicking.
it
always.
chafes. Cotton chafes.
Mm.
Are you trying to choose women's stuff here, Luke?
Yeah. How am I doing?
For God's sake,
How am I doing?
terrible. You choose the men's. I should go and choose some women's stuff, man. This is bad.
Nah, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love my taste in fashion.
Oh,
All right. Cool. Let's just go a little bit more on this, and then we can pick up next session. Cool. So next step is what?
So next step is like, all right, so let's write the pickle free, the pain free pickleball gear checklist. And let's break it down to the fun stuff first, and then things without pain, things with pain kind of break up. Let's have that format to it, and let's start creating first, like let's do like almost a table of contents of the things we want to include. And then we'll use the Amazon kind of not abbreviations, the descriptions to kind of feed a very large lead magnet. Because the last thing you want to do with the lead magnet is send some corny ass thing in there that nobody's gonna open. So here it's, yeah. Well, let's make it a copywriter. So again, I think you have some juice in here somewhere. I know you have a prompt for this.
For what? For
just generating content. Like let's say you're a copywriter, there's probably a specific framework that they can leverage and use that will be very specific to a lead magnet. That, remember, the goal of the lead magnet is to do what? Right? So whenever I design a lead magnet, or whenever I'm creating a lead magnet, it's like, what do I want to accomplish with the lead magnet? Here, I want to have affiliate sales, and I want to push them in my community. So we have to state that at the beginning of that. So then while it's trying to write that, we're using some kind of framework and some persuasion to push it into our overall goal. You know what I'm saying? So you're writing a lead magnet called the pain free, blah, 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 whatever it is. You will be suggesting the following items that are both fun and also relieve pain, especially for pickleball. Throughout the process, you will be recommending everyone to join the Facebook community, and also click on any of these links, because these are the best products on the market, or blah, 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 whatever you want. Now, you can use your magical copywriter jargon. That's where my expertise ends and yours starts. That will push a little bit more. And every now and again, I'm going to do, I was going to past here very quick. I would probably add like, NLP, persuasive techniques, along with possibly some kind of like direct response question, and so forth and so on. And again, I'll leave you to it. But you guys get what we're trying to do, though? Whenever you're creating something in here, no passive voice inside of any kind of AI. It's always direct. I want you to do this. Never don't do this. And I want to state the overall goal of what I'm trying to achieve with the lead magnet. So when you guys are creating this kind of content, always think of the end goal in mind. Like, what do I want the people to do? I want to eventually sell them everything. I want to get them in my group so I can continuously keep selling them, so they can feel like they're part of the community. The second thing I want to do is I also want to make sure that they are going to buy or click on the products. So, but we'll use Amazon's already figure that out. So big thing in any kind of marketing, people that are, that's why I go after the ones that are like 33,000, purchases, because they figured out the marketing part already for them. They probably spent a ton of money doing that. So why am I going to second guess that logic? So whatever descriptors they have in that item, that's what I'm going to steal. And I'm only selling the product, so it's completely fair. Just a thought.
I think we gotta put all of these in there, right? These descriptions. I guess we'll start with table of contents.
What's the end goal, Luke? Is it a course or what?
We're gonna start info product, and it could just be lead magnets, really. And then you can work on affiliates, and then you can work on products itself.
Okay,
For
cool.
Reason being,
pickleball,
Jojo,
products are
is-
probably gonna be better.
Yeah. Affiliate products for this is probably going to be better because it can give. So for instance, if I started from zero, literally zips, I have nothing to my name. The best way to do it is start where you have to provide the least amount of effort. So if I'm just promoting somebody else's crap, I don't have to worry about making the product. Like I don't have to do other than promote my thing to get it on there. And if I'm offering my product for free, that's ultimately going to pay me for when somebody clicks or does something along that way, then I can generate capital to build the other thing that I really want to get paid for. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a way to think about it, how you want to do it if you had to start from zero. Our goal is we're starting legitimately from zero. We have no community, we have no presence. So how can I immediately establish presence? By becoming an expert in the field. How can I do that? I can do it this way. And then we're actually gonna and eventually we can even steal Molly Mahoney's like content 30 days of content ideas and do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and not steal, we actively have permission to use that, but the point of it is like, the whole point is why go immediately, like, I don't even know if it's going to work, versus let me see if a few people bite, if any of the communities that I drop this in make sense, and then see what happens afterwards.
So, okay. So Nuno, so for this one, I would just go through and literally just have it make each section. And I would go section by section for this one versus asking it to write it all at once.
100%, because we can feed it the Amazon information.
Yep.
Agreed.
100%.
Rock and roll, man.
All right, let's do it.
15 minutes. We can get a little bit cranking in here as we kind of go through. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go 15 more minutes and then we'll pick up from the next one.
But are you guys getting out of this? So like on the comments, there's a lot of chat and comments and stuff. Is this valuable to you guys? Are you guys getting out of this? Like, do you guys see this? Yeah. And like Jojo, you guys go create a pickleball empire for women. The cool thing about the other thing is, remember, this is anybody can get into anything is what we're trying to show you guys. And we're trying to give you the tools from zero. All you guys that have any kind of businesses, it doesn't matter what you are you supporting any kind of business? If you go back and you just start from zero with whatever business you're supporting and do this sort of stuff, you will find endless amounts of gold that you can promote for your clients and then charge them for it. So if Rodrigo was selling pools, which he is, and all of a sudden, if I had to start from zero and I had no money and I'm trying to establish myself as the pool king of like Florida, like what can I do? If I start throwing issues out about why you should get this pool versus that pool, if Rodrigo starts getting on YouTube and going, why would you buy this when you can get this? And like, let's compare filters, why you should buy this filter and that filter. Over time, people will just find you for your experience. But if Rodrigo starts talking about pools one day and pickleball about the other, then I'm going to confuse the internet. Let's not confuse the internet. So just think about that if you guys are supporting any clients or you're doing this, that is going to be immensely powerful. And we've done this now 3 times. Like you just go back, research, avatar, what to start with, the lowest hanging fruit, build an audience, which is going to be when we build all this, we're going to send it to be made. When we send the lead magnet to be made, then we're going to go back out and then use the common things. Like these guys are literally like, they figured it out. When I worked for corporations like Capital One, Bank of America, and I worked for those companies, they wouldn't go look at the like they would never look at the low end totem pole of like what they're doing. If Chase started doing a new fad, guess what Capital One would do right afterwards? If Capital One started doing a new fad, guess what Chase would do right afterwards? You always chase the bigger fish because they have the marketing dollars that surpass yours by 10,000-fold. You know, they have millions upon millions of dollars of some guy somewhere doing research using chaos mathematics and like has PhDs from NASA and like God knows where else, trying to figure out all this other stuff that are way smarter and they have much better tools out there. So always watch like these people that are on Amazon and they have 34,000 people that have bought, they figured out something. Don't waste time like no offense, Luke, don't waste time scraping stuff. You don't need to. Just go to the biggest seller and just use what they have, because 9 times out of 10, they figured out some kind of formula in their shit right here that will surpass whatever you come up with. So just use it, especially when it comes to affiliates. Yes, Chris N, would you set up an opt-in page and run ads? We are 100% going to set up an opt-in page. There's also different ways you can do this. So if you have a business account, let's say, and you have Facebook, and write this down, guys, because we might attempt to do this depending on whether or not we can. If I create a business account named Nuno Tavares, let's say business, and I go and start going to these pickleball groups, has the business, not the individual, I can ask, hey, would anybody be interested in a guide that I created after 10 years of pickleball playing that goes over all the gear that I collected to help me in my game? And just like Molly did, people will say yes, comment or whatever. And I'll drop this in like 7 different groups, and I can create a bot either in high level or in ManyChat, which is another system, that every time they say yes, no, maybe, whatever, I can do it. If I was poor and I couldn't afford ManyChat or high level, I would just, like Molly did, respond back manually or have somebody do it for me. And what am I doing? I am getting them to, oh, here, just click this link and download here, because now I'm not breaking any of the group rules. And I'm kind of just seeing if I can help the community, but at the same time, collecting email addresses that I can do something with. Like no-brainer stuff. When you're starting out and you have no budget, you have to hit the groups. You have to hit communities. You have to hit where these people live. Yeah, this is awesome. You're rolling foam ball group.
Great. And one thing I would do as I'm writing this is, like, you know, it has a pretty sterile tone normally, but giving it the most basic, it does not need to be intense. Very, very basic guidelines for tone will make a big difference. I just said, make it like direct, lightly humorous, right? Just give it a little more personality. It's good. And of course, if you have the persona, you can just sort of season it and say, write it from the perspective of so-and-so, right? And you can have a brand tone guideline. We don't really have a spokesperson right now, because nobody here on this call plays pickleball. But
I'm dying to that. After all this research, I'm dying to.
But we'll get it. Cool. And you guys see how I'm doing this. It's very, very basic, very, very simple, right? When we get into the subs, it's gonna be game over. A pickleball supplement.
And Rodrigo, I would actually be I would call it Brazilian. I would literally target the Brazilian market. No, like there's so many people that are like not doing this in other countries. Like, you know what I'm saying? So because GGP might not be readily available, how quickly to get this up might not be as fast as there. I mean, any other language, I'm telling you right now, the tactics that we're using in the US versus other countries are very different. You know what I'm saying? Which will put you ahead, at least in the market landscape over there. So if you literally put Brazilian beach tennis, you know what I'm saying? And just like make a thing out of it, man, even a small group that you could start, I'm telling you, this is not rocket science. This will work for literally anything. Look at this. Holy smokes. You broke ChatGPT. See?
Yeah.
I'm so good it broke.
He complimented it, got shy.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
You know, like your joints have their own set of cheerleaders.
And sometimes it's not bad when it writes, man.
It's not
like
bad. It comes up with some funny stuff. Cool. So I think rather than going through and finishing it, I'll just have to finish it for the next time. So we can start off with what this is. And I think everyone gets the idea of how we're making this. And so next time we can sort of start off with this checklist. Does that sound good, Nuno? Does that work
Yes,
for
and
you?
you're going to give us a copy, please, Luke.
Of
just
the
like
checklist?
just like you're just like hoarding content. You're
Jojo
gonna
has,
smuggle this content and sell it for millions of dollars.
so I don't know my second.
Come on, man.
Light switch came on. Okay. Cool beans. So let's wrap it up right there for today, and then we'll just pick it up next week.
Right, a copy. We need a copy, please.
What do you want a copy of?
Of this document.
Not
The
this
pickleball
one yet.
checklist.
When it's done, I'll
Can
give
you
it to
link
you.
the GPT chat, Luke?
What's that?
Can you link the
ChatGPT?
GPT chat?
Yeah,
Yep.
I can do that for sure.
That would be cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And do you guys find this valuable? I know some people put it in the
Totally.
totally. Good.
Well, actually, as Piet said, it's far better than just the prompts because it's showing it all together, how it all
Good.
moves together. It's
Good.
true. That actually works.
If you guys and honestly, the good stuff is to show you guys how simple this is. It's not hard. It's not complicated. Most the tools are just making it easier and easier. It's always been easy. The limits are always what you think is possible for yourself. And this is showing you, you know, how easy it is. Okay. Simple, straight by. So you can see the entire process, and it's to build the confidence and build the understanding that it could be done. And a lot of the stuff, marketing is very, very simple. So like getting those reminders, not just the AI stuff, but understanding the marketing and the way that, you know, approach problems and everything is very, very powerful. And if you guys do like it, just put it in the chat, like to just kind of pump it up. Just share what you got value out of it. You don't need to sell it or go crazy. Just put what you got value from it so that other people can come and join and get the same amount of value. Unless you don't want them to start Pickleball Empire, that's fine.
Okay. Can we also have the Word document, Luke? Thank you.
I'm gonna share it. Yeah, I'll share this.
Thank you. It's got the builder bio too for everybody.
Yeah, sure. Okay, everyone, and let's thank Mr. Nuno, of course. And
Always a pleasure. These are fun.
These are a lot of
Mr.
fun.
Nuno. Nuno's the best. Nuno's the man.
Nuno is the man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything. That was a lot, and man,
We're
that's
just
Juno's
getting
just like, I'm
started.
out of here. I'm gonna dominate the beach tennis market.
dude. Yeah,
He's
I
a
gotta.
he-
I should do that. Really, man. It's the same.
yes.
It's all.
You kidding me?
It's literally the same stuff, but it's this. It's played in the sand. Like uh, there's no shoes. That's the only difference. Even the rackets are like the same thing. You know? Shit.
I'm telling you, but start with the research. Is there a market in the, focus on Brazil,
Is there
the
a
country,
market?
like,
My
you know
city
what I'm
is
saying? But
my
get the
city in
actual
Brazil's got
numbers
more
so
than
you
10
know what it
ports.
is.
It's crazy, and people are bringing this to America. All everybody here in Orlando is playing like crazy. There's like 5 or 6 complexes of courts here around town already. Like in Florida, it's picking up pretty quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. So, like I said, make it happen, man.
We're rooting for you.
So
If we all
much
can
more.
create multiple empires together, that would be pretty awesome.
That would be sick.
See, that actually would not be a bad idea, Luke. If we challenge the group that while we're building this, that they come up with their own like little mini,
That's
like
actually a great
just
idea.
go with us. So so you guys got the first 3 parts. Actually, this is not a bad idea, Luke.
It's a really good idea.
If you guys take the 3 processes we just did, think about it, right? And we're all going to make it like low cost. There is no cost to this. All you really honestly need is ChatGPT, Bard, and everything else. And we'll maybe $50 here and there to create the lead magnet. Research one thing that you think might have a little bit of a lift. Do the research steps that we showed you. Use Bard, ChatGPT, and even Claude. Find out whether or not it's profitable, if it's growing. Do a couple of them like we did. Take your best shot at it first, and literally just do what we did today. Create the buyer persona, focus on a market segment, try to stay up with us, because that would be so cool if all of a sudden we have like pickleball, Brazilian, women tennis, like we can go bananas with this. I mean, honestly, just think about it. Like there is like literally no pressure on this. And if we could do it in a fun way and we could take tonight's time to do it while we're doing it with this, you guys should be doing it with your own and like literally just try to do it. I mean, if you can walk away and all of a sudden you have like a Facebook group that's free, a lead magnet that will maybe cost you $20, maybe $30 to make. And we could talk about different things that we can do to keep the costs really low. And then start building into like a Facebook community, creating some content for it, and even newsletters. Yeah, to your point, Amy, there is some power here. So I challenge all of you guys to do that, though. It'd be kind of silly for you to like not take advantage of like the opportunity in front of you, because if we can literally walk out of here with like, oh man, I'd be happy if like we had like 5 to 10, because I think it's
Amazing.
completely doable.
Amazing.
That would be it would be a great case study for everybody. Like 5 businesses coming up of a group like this, meeting every weekend, exploding. Dude,
That's how Mr. Beast did it. Mr. Beast used to meet the guy who runs like, I think he has 20 million followers. He used to meet every week with 5 YouTubers, and they all grew to exponential values. They would test each other's videos. They would challenge each other to
Huge.
push everybody forward.
Yep.
And like, I mean, Luke and I talked about it. Like, this was like, I know he's got this whole like biblical like path, but like Exodus, and we talked about this, remember?
Yeah.
But it'd be really cool if we can start at the lower end and like so start building these like little tiny things. I think it'd be really good for everybody.
Yeah. And Piet, I have all the recordings in I think we have a YouTube channel set out. I'm just gonna send them out in the newsletter for right now. Mostly just literally because I'm pushing people to be on the newsletter too. But I can give you guys, and the last 2, there's only been 2 that have been recorded. The last one I forgot to record because I'm a derp, but we have this one. And honestly, they're kind of disjointed. We hit different topics on each one, but we can start with this one. So next week, Wednesday, come through, bring your lead magnets. I want to see the lead magnets for everybody. And I want to see the markets you have chosen. You don't have to keep it to sports or apparel. You can do this at any market. What are the 3 criteria again for the market before we end?
growing market.
Growing market is 1. What's the second one?
It's
Write this down, guys. Write this down. Growing market is number one. Write this down. This is probably what
There's
this is what you're
the
gonna need.
four of them are in the Alex book. I just read this shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I told Jojo this morning, a starving crowd, the growing market.
They spend
And,
money? They spend money?
If they,
Spend
yeah,
money.
they have the money.
They gotta have money.
Gotta
And
have
we gotta
money.
we gotta be able to find them.
Gotta be able to find them. Targeting. Okay, those are your criteria. So it could be pickles, it could be whatever else you want, but let's choose those. You can make a lead magnet for anything. Any problem that you're solving, information is going to be helpful. And there's a way to frame it. So let's see those lead magnets next time. And I will see everyone next week.
It's awesome. All right.
All right.
I'll see
Peace.
everybody soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.